Check. Is that on? You guys can hear it? Yeah? Yours?
Mic check, mic check. Cool.
Good. All right. Let me get this connected. We'll get started. All right. Thank you guys so much for coming. This is our very first seminar of Living Life Unchained. And we want to first thank all of you guys for coming. Whether you guys are here as support for either me or Chris, or you guys actually came here because you're looking to make a change and don't know the right route, or you guys want to take off of our experiences on things that we have overcome in our lives that can hopefully be an influence to you guys.
Aaron and I, we're super excited to have you guys. And again, we don't have everything figured out, but we figured out some things to accomplish our goals and our dreams. We're hoping today that we can share some of our nuggets with you guys. You guys can leave here with something that you didn't have before.
And it's a pretty great story how me and Chris actually came to start this all. So we are both dedicated and inspired by living out to our full potential, by trying to be our best selves and helping others and inspiring others to hopefully do the same. And although we've had this inspiration together for years, we've actually only known each other for 2 months. So we just met at the Tony Robbins event in Anaheim. And it's a pretty wild story how it all went down. So we were in line, and I answered a phone call. It was a potential client, somebody asking about fitness. So I sat there and had a conversation. Little did I know, Chris was standing right behind me. When I got off the phone, I hung up, and he said, "Hey, you're a personal trainer?" "Me too." And I said, "Oh, man, that's amazing." And that made our first connection. But little did we know that we were going to have so much more of a purpose-driven mindset working together. And just from that conversation alone, within 2 months, we connected and realized that we had the same mission. We had the same purpose in life to inspire others to be their best self and overcome what we call obstacles of living life unchained.
You know, for Aaron and I heard somebody talk about extremes, like this guy either got to be a medical professional or into fitness, right? So we talk about more than just the outside. People think that fitness is all about having like muscles, abs, and all that other stuff. But for us, fitness is more than that. It's about training your mind to go along with your body and being a whole person. So we connected on that point.
Absolutely. And that's what we're here to hopefully inspire you guys to do is we want to find, we're going to go deep. We want to find mental obstacles that you guys are challenging with. You're going to hear some of ours. You're going to hear our stories. And if you guys, is this still working? Yeah. If you guys have known my story, you guys would know that I'm the creator and run a podcast on The Beast Within. And with The Beast Within, the objective is to recognize the struggles that we have inside. Everybody has different struggles, from insecurities, doubts, fears. But you see, our past situations, our circumstances, our environment, the people that we hang out with, we allow these to run our lives and make us ultimately who we are. But that's what we want you guys to challenge today. We want to challenge the inner beast that you guys are facing by listening to ours first and hearing our stories, and hopefully it can resonate with you and you can find your own. And we're going to deep dive into this, and we do hope that you guys volunteer and actually put in the work here to actually try to uncover something, and we hope that you guys do walk away with something from this event. When it comes to the beast within, this is all about living life unchained, unchaining yourself from those inner beasts. And I know a lot of you guys are sitting here today saying, "Well, I don't know what the hell you're talking about, Aaron. I don't have inner beasts. You're crazy. You're fighting demons that, only that's for you," right? But we all have these inner beasts. And the thing is, if you don't recognize yours, then you're probably living under the chains of this inner beast, right? Because it has a hold on you that you're not really recognizing. We want to bring in an awareness to these inner beasts. We want to challenge our mindset. And so I'm going to give you guys a couple of examples of what kind of inner beast I'm talking about. Okay, so if we shine the light under the metaphorical bed, we are going to see what these inner beasts are doing to our lives. So for the very first, we're going to go into what we believe is our fullest potential. So just out of curiosity, okay, some volunteers, what is fullest potential to you guys? What does it mean? Anybody? Fullest potential, living to your life to the fullest potential.
Reaching your dreams.
Reaching your dreams. Love it. Anybody else?
Pushing toward those dreams.
Could. Pushing towards the dreams. So reaching towards your dreams. What kind of dreams do we have? Anybody?
Being successful.
Being successful? What kind of success? What does success mean to you? Money?
Money,
fame, image, right? So we all have these desires, and this is what I want to push you guys towards. I want to push you guys towards finding what your goals actually are, because we're pushing to something, but do we even know what that something is? We want to be successful, but what is success to you? And so my definition of full potential is the version of who you could become if you stop negotiating with your mind's limitations. And we allow our inner beast, our mind's limitations, our self-limiting beliefs to control who we are. And so I'm going to go through a couple of examples to kind of understand what these inner beasts not only are, what they do to your life, and ultimately, if you hang on to them, what can happen. And so we're going to start with the first one that I like to call the inner beast of not me, right? The not me beast, the it won't happen to me beast, right? And so, how many in here has ever texted and drove? Every single person should have their hands up. I know everybody here has texted and drove before. Now, it's all dandy and fine whenever it's the first time. You're probably at a stoplight, there's traffic, it's built up. Pull open my phone, send that text, send an email, right? Work email has to go out now. I should send this email now. I have the time, right? But then what ends up happening is this inner beast starts to accumulate wins. And that inner beast is, well, nothing happened. I was safe. It happens to some people. Some people get in car accidents, but not me, right? The inner beast of not me has convinced you that what you're doing is safe and okay. So what do? You accumulate on that. Well, now maybe when there's no traffic, I got my phone in my hand, and I'm texting. I'm sending emails. It's gotten so bad nowadays that there's people scrolling on social media while driving, hitting like buttons while driving. There is a total of 3,000 deaths a year in the U.S. due to texting and driving, and it is also known that texting and driving ruins your vision towards the driving more than drinking and driving itself. So this not me beast can not only come into your life, but it can ruin your life. And so what I want to, again, have you guys open up your mindset on challenging what inner beast that you're facing. Another one, who here has social media? Some form, right? Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, whatever. So this one is very prevalent in my life, and I'm sure with today's era, it's very prevalent in many of yours. This one has attacked my life so deeply, and you guys will hear about how in the next couple of slides. The comparison beast. The comparison beast is lurking at all times. The most dominant is during social media. You're on your social media, you have some downtime, you just want to kill time, you want to relax. So you're on social media, and you're scrolling away. And everything's good. You're relaxing, but then this inner beast starts to speak up. The comparison beast starts to tell you, oh man, that person looks better than me. Oh man, this person is further ahead than me. This person speaks better than me. This person has their life together. They're dancing. I'm not dancing. I'm not happy enough to be dancing. What's going on with my life? Why am I not as happy as this person? But the problem is, social media is nothing but a highlight reel. All you're seeing on social media is these people's best of the best life, if it is even their real life, right? We are putting our lives in the line of somebody else's fake news. This is somebody else's fake life that we are comparing ours to. And because we don't think that we stand up to what their life is, well, now we start to shut our lives down. And we start to hide in the shadows. Well, I'm not good enough. I don't speak like this person. And all of their social media is all just a lie. Trust me, I've made social media content. It is nothing but skits and edits. That's it. But this comparison beast starts to attack our lives, and then we start to transfer this into real life. And we take this with us, and we hide from the fullest potential of who we want to be. And again, that goes back to that full potential. What is full potential? Well, it's the limiting beliefs, or it's living life without our limiting beliefs. And the last one I'm going to give you guys as an example for right now is, and this one might hit it home for you guys, it might offend you, and that's okay, because that's what we're here to do, right? We're here to get uncomfortable to get comfortable. So this one is the excuses beast. And we all make these, right? Excuses. Well, I'm not ready. Well, I'll start Monday. Well, I don't have the time. Well, they had it better than me. My life, I grew up poor. My finances weren't there where they need to be. These excuses beasts are storytelling versus allowing yourself to create solutions. And so with this beast, the way to challenge it is you take responsibility. And by taking responsibility for your actions, whether it's your fault or not, it's literally in the word responsibility, right? Responsibility is the ability to respond. And so now I'm allowing myself to create solutions to my problems versus allowing this inner beast to put the responsibility on an outside source. Now it's not in my hands. I can't make the change. So, with that being said, that is the example of what inner beasts are. Now I'm going to bring you guys into this, okay? And what I want is I want you guys to think of a goal in your life that you have wanted to achieve for a very long time. A goal in your life that for some reason hasn't come to light. It hasn't come to fruition, and it's something that you've almost lost hope in. And I want you guys to think about this goal. If you have a phone, pull out your phone. And I want you to go into your notes and write this goal down. What is this goal? Is it a health goal? Have you been wanting to lose a certain amount of weight, and for some reason you just can't seem to get there? You work out, you show up, but for some reason you just can't make it happen. Is it a financial goal? You want to leave a job that you hate, but you stay because of your finances. Is it a relationship goal? You want to find love, but don't think it's well-deserved. Or you want to get out of a toxic relationship. What is this goal? And I want you guys to hold on to that. And this is where I need people to be brave. I need 3 people to volunteer their goal, but not only volunteer their goal, you guys are going to be a part of the seminar, okay? You guys are going to do the work. We're going to uncover some inner beasts of your own. So I need 3 volunteers, brave volunteers, to share their goal and come up here and write it under one of these numbers. Who we got, guys? Come on. Jamie, come on up. You're the best. Here we go. Right under 1. All right, I need 2 more. 2 more brave enough. Shri, beautiful. Thank you. Come on up. A goal, guys, that you have wanted for a very long time and just can't grasp. That's beautiful. Thank you so much for sharing that. That's an amazing goal, guys. And I'm sure there's a lot of people in here who can attest to this goal. I want to be happy. That's an amazing goal and something that is achievable, right? All right, this is 2. I need 1 more. All right. Cece, thank you very much. Very good. Love it. Very good. Thank you so much. Last one. Focus on me. I love that. So we have, I want to be happy. I want to find happiness. Well, today we're going to try to define what that is for her and what's maybe holding her back from that happiness. We have another one that involves happiness, but it's more so focus on my happiness instead of always focusing on everybody else's, right? And then the last one, start a business and make more money. I'm sure that's almost everybody's goal in here, at least the bottom half of that, right? I mean, the starting business, obviously that is takes a one of a kind. I love that. Make more money, very high goal, okay? So now, what I want is I want you guys to feel this goal, and I want you to think about what life would be like if you never achieved this goal. What is life like if 10 years down the road, you look in the mirror and you never achieve this goal? You never find happiness. You're always giving to others and never find it truly for yourself. You never start that business. You don't make the money that you want. All right? I want you guys to feel this. Everybody, you all have a goal, right? Don't just go off of theirs because they volunteered. I want you guys to feel your own. Okay, what does life feel like if you never achieve this goal? Are you depressed, sad, regret, right? Who else does it affect? Your family, Your loved ones, right? Don't start the business. Don't make the money. Well, can't take the kids on traveling trips. Can't pay for this. Can't pay for that, right? How does that feel? Overwhelming, right? And there's a reason for this. I want you guys to feel this deeply. Because the only way to find your inner beast is to start looking inward. The only way you're going to look inward is when you are so uncomfortable and sick and tired, right? And so the reason I bring this up, because I too have had goals and dreams and aspirations that have kept me up late at night and have kept me just wishing that I can accomplish these dreams. And a lot of people in this room know me, but I can promise you not a lot know me well. So my story goes back. Everybody in here that knows me knows that I am an extreme competitor. I love to compete, whether it be with myself or with others. I mean, if you saw the 20-minute plank on the leaderboard over there, you would think this guy's nuts, right? But it's something that it's in me. I love to compete. And this goes all the way back to my college days. I wanted to become one of the most elite personal trainers out there. I went to school for exercise physiology. It was my dream. I wanted people to know me. I wanted people to respect what I brought to the table. I wanted to help millions of people accomplish their goals. And so that's exactly what I set out to do. I wanted to move to the fitness capital of the world and open up my own gym where I can help all of these people. And that's exactly what I was set out to do. So I would go to the gym multiple times a day. I was in the gym 7 days a week, multiple times in the day, working on whether it be my strength training, my cardiovascular, or just there to build my knowledge. But you see, while I was there and pumped up and ready to go to chase my dreams, I started to look around me. I started to notice things. I started to notice other people. And this is when things went south. This is when my first beast that I can remember popped up into my life that was so strong that it almost stopped me from reaching my goals. And this was the comparison beast that hit my life. I started to look around. I started noticing people better than me, fitter than me, he's stronger than me. Man, why are people going to listen to me? Well, they're going to listen to somebody that looks the part. Well, I don't look that part. I don't have what this guy has. I'm not lifting 500 pounds like this guy is. Man, maybe this isn't meant for me. Maybe I'm in the wrong field. But no, that competitive nature hit me again. Fuck that. I'm going to outwork him, right? I'm going to work harder. I'm going to show up more. I'm going to push harder. I hit that. Who here knows who David Goggins is? A handful of people. David Goggins' mindset is push through any pain. Don't let anything stop you. His motto is stay hard, right? Don't be a bitch. This is this guy's mindset. And that's the mindset I took on. Don't be a bitch. Show up. Push harder. Do better. You can outbeat this guy. And this comparison beast put me in a whirlwind of emotion. Because whenever I would look in the mirror, I still wasn't the person that I thought that everybody wanted me to be. I still was not that image that I thought everybody would listen to and respect. And because of this, I started to just beat the hell out of my body, abuse my body, because I was not who I wanted to be. But I was looking up for something that wasn't real. It wasn't designed for me. It wasn't my God-given purpose. It wasn't my full potential that I was trying to reach. I was chasing the wrong thing, but I didn't know that. And I recall that this would start to push into other aspects of my life. I would be in school, and I'd hear people answer a question that maybe I didn't know. Oh, fuck, man. I didn't know that. He knew it? I must be stupid. I'm not going to raise my hand. I'm not going to put myself out there, right? And this inner beast, this comparison beast, started to drain me and started making me hide in the shadows. And all I wanted was this pain to end. I didn't want to feel this. I knew my dream that I wanted to chase, but I didn't want to feel this pain anymore. And so I turned to the next best thing, something that was going to occupy my time. So another thing about me is I'm very much into sports. Me, my dad, my brother, our bond is built around sports. How many sports fans? Yeah, handful. So our bond was built around sports. And so that was the other thing that what I would do to occupy my mind, to free my mind, right? But it wasn't enough. So I did the next best thing I could, and I started putting money on the games. I started sports betting. right? And this was my out. This was my way to channel my thoughts because I was so invested in the game. There's money on the game. I don't got to do nothing. I'm just going to watch the game. I don't have to think about the pain I'm feeling, the sorrow. But little did I know that this is when the biggest beast of mine ever hit my life. And that's the addiction beast. I went into a very big spiral of sports gambling. And I lost everything. More than everything. Tens of thousands of dollars. I was in debt, family, friends. I lied, family, friends. I hid things from family and friends. My credit hit below 300. What was I going to do? I hated my life. I didn't know how to get out of this, but I was in such pain in my mind that it was my only escape. And with this escape, I felt destroyed, but something about it felt peaceful. And that peace, if anybody has been through addiction or knows of addiction, the addiction is not the substance. The addiction is what you're trying to hide from. It's the inner, deeper feeling of what you're trying to hide and cope with. It's a coping mechanism. But the problem is with mine is I would dig myself in such a hole. And it was so painful, but the beauty in it was I didn't have to deal with what was waiting for me on the outside because I had to figure life out. Fuck, I can't pay rent. What am I going to do? I can't eat. I owe people money. What am I going to do? So I'd figure out this puzzle in my brain, and I would climb myself out of this hole, and when I'd get out, my comparison beast was still waiting for me. And this became a very long cycle. And the thing is, guys, is whenever you deal with a pain like this, we look for one thing: validation. We look to surround ourselves with people who are like us. If we're drinking, what do? We hang around drinkers, right? If we're partiers, what do? We hang around partiers. We hang around people who validate the life that we are currently living, and it makes you feel better about yourself. So that's what I did. I dove into an environment where people were doing the same things I was. They were losing money on sports. They were drinking. They were partying. They were out all night. They were doing drugs. They were doing the same things I was. So, hey, it must not be that bad. I'm doing what people my age do. I was getting validation from these people. And I would do this over and over again. And this is where the validation beast hit. And I'm sure this comes into everybody's life. We all want to feel validated. We all want to feel seen, heard, appreciated. We all want to have this feeling that we're doing okay. Even if you know you're not. We want validation from these people. And so that's where my life was at. This validation beast came into my life, and that's where I spent too long, 10 years probably, 7, 8 years of my life through this never-ending cycle. Nonstop, validation, addiction, comparison. I couldn't get over these inner beasts until, you see, in life you get opportunities. Opportunities come to your doorstep. They come knocking. Are you ready to answer the door? Are you ready to realize the life that you've been living compared to the life that I forgot all about? I forgot about my full potential. I forgot about my dreams, my aspirations, and I got an opportunity. My girlfriend at the time said, hey, babe, I got a job in Newport Beach. We just finished college. Got a job in Newport Beach. Will you come with me? We could start our lives together out there. And things started to come back. Wait a minute, Newport Beach, fitness capital of the world. Oh man, that was my dream. That's where I'm supposed to be. Absolutely, let's do it. Things started to build back up. I started to get that confidence again. I'm gonna fix my life. I know I fucked up. I know I did this to myself. I'm gonna fix it. I'm gonna move out to Newport Beach. I'm gonna get away from my environment, that validation. I'm gonna run from it. I'm gonna get away, and I'm gonna start over. And that's what I did. I moved to Newport Beach with my girlfriend, and I was stoked to finally have that freedom again to start another life. And I got a job, Lifetime Fitness. Who's aware of it? Right? Lifetime Fitness, bougie gym, amazing gym, right? The top of the line trainers. And when I got there, I felt it. I felt like this is it. This is my opportunity. This is my chance. I'm going to survive. I'm going to get past that, and I'm going to thrive. But then the next inner beast was sitting there waiting for me. I moved out there, and what did I see? People in amazing shape. People with money. People with success. people who have already started to accumulate those wins. I was sitting at 27, 28. People my age were already so further ahead. And it started to get to me. The next beast started talking to me. And this was the imposter syndrome beast. And I'm sure many of you guys have faced this inner beast. The imposter syndrome was telling me, wait, you don't belong here. This isn't for you. These people are better than you. What are you doing here? You've had your fuck-ups. You don't get a second chance. These people haven't fucked up like you. You don't get this opportunity. You belong back there with them in that poison environment. This isn't for you. And I started to feel that. And it wasn't until another opportunity came my way. And that opportunity is sitting in this room today. And I can't thank this person enough for seeing in me what I didn't even see in myself yet. And he's given me an opportunity to be here, to be in front of you guys, to start over, to get a second chance. That opportunity came knocking, and I did not resist. He said, hey, I have an empty warehouse. I know your dream is to get out of here and get your own thing going and get the ball rolling. I have an empty warehouse. Come into my warehouse. Train me and my employees. And I took it. And not only did I take it, guys, I ran with it. And it was an opportunity of a lifetime. But again, you will get these opportunities in life if you allow yourself to not only see them, but believe in yourself and face your inner beast. And now here today, you guys are sitting in the fitness capital of the world, in my gym that I put together with my two hands, and listening to my speech on helping other people overcome their own inner beast. And so I appreciate you guys and thank you guys for being there for me, but also coming and being there for yourself. Thank you. Thank you, guys. And with that being said, the purpose of pain is to move us into action, and it's not to make us suffer. These inner beasts are not designed to break you and to keep you small and to ruin you if you learn to use them instead of letting them use you. You can choose suffer or you can choose action. And that's what we're here to do today. And if you guys didn't resonate with my story, or if it didn't feel strong enough for you guys, and it didn't awaken something in you, in the inner beast that you guys are, if it wasn't vulnerable enough, I brought a special guest today. And I want to introduce you guys to this special guest. You all know this special guest very well. And this special guest you probably listen to every single day. And so without further ado, I want to introduce this special guest. And his name is ChatGPT. Okay. So, I wanted to know about this. I started to dissect my inner beast. I spent the last 5 years of my life diving into these inner beasts, questioning them, wondering why they're here. What am I supposed to learn from it so I can take action and not suffer? And I asked ChatGPT, what is life like if I don't overcome my inner beast? If I just let them sit and I don't challenge them. Not enough people challenge our inner self. Life is what it is. These are my circumstances. But that's untrue. We have the ability to challenge our inner thoughts. So I asked ChatGPT, what would happen if I didn't challenge these thoughts? Lonely beast. Research shows people living with loneliness have up to 29% higher risk of coronary heart disease and 32% higher risk of stroke. This is equivalent to having 15 cigarettes every single day to your health. Next one, addiction beast, the one that I told you that I went through. Over 100,000 deaths per year in the US are linked to drugs or alcohol. And this is not even considering the suicides, which is addiction is the #1 reason for suicides. Comparison beast. 2018 study shows 40% of people constantly compare themselves on social media. They reported higher levels of depression, anxiety in their lives. Excuses beast. Procrastination costs the average US worker $10,000 plus. Excuses literally take money out of our pockets. And the last one, environment beast. Your environment determines 80 to 90% of your success. The people that you surround yourself with, you see, what they bring to your life is it becomes all that you start to see. You start to see their actions. You follow their actions. I guarantee you, you name the 5 people that you hang out with, and I can tell you the way that your life is trending. What's going to happen? And that's what I want to do here today. I want to show you guys. I want everybody to look around the room, and I want you to find 5 things that are red. The first person to find 5 things that are red, put your hand up. And don't be scared. Let's go. Okay. Close your eyes. And I want you to tell me the first thing that you saw that was blue.
I didn't notice blue.
Didn't notice blue. So, whenever we are surrounded by excuses, toxicity, doubt, comfort, ego, victimization, addiction, regret, validation, that's what we see. That's all we're looking for. So, of course, these inner beasts are going to tell you, well, this is the way your life is. But whenever we challenge these inner beasts, and we challenge our mindsets, well, we turn things around. We turn excuses into ownership. We start seeing belief instead of doubt, growth, control. And the number 1 is gratitude. Gratitude and the way our lives are going and steps that we are taking to challenge our own self. What we focus on, we become. If you focus on the beast, you become it. If you focus on the fear, you live in it. If you focus on the chain, you stay in it. But if you focus on the highest version of yourself, you start to begin to become that. And in life, guys, life is not always about addition. Sometimes it's about subtraction. Sometimes the journey is more about unbecoming rather than becoming. Sometimes it's about facing these inner beasts and learning how to develop the skills to eliminate them in your life. And that's what we're here to do today. So I have my 3 volunteers. Okay, you guys are going to be kind of the vibe of the show here coming up. But again, I want everybody to join in on this. Okay? So we all have our goal that we chose. Everybody picked their goal. You wrote it down. Now, what I want you guys to do is I want you to find, look, we all have tons of inner beasts. You just heard a bunch of mine. I want you to find one inner beast that is holding you back from achieving this goal. One inner beast. Okay? I want you to find that inner beast. And the 3 volunteers that I had, I'd love for you guys to come back up. And you guys are going to write it right here under beast. And then I want you guys to have a seat up front. Cece, Jamie, Shree. Thank you. All right. So again, guys, I want you guys to find this inner beast that you've had in your life, and what has it done to hold you back from achieving that goal? My bad. Is it the not enough beast? I don't feel like I'm enough, so I don't try. Is it the environment beast? Well, the people around me are doing it, so I do it too. Why me beast? Why does everything bad happen to me? Why me? Why my circumstances? Comparison beast, excuses beast, rejection beast, afraid of rejection. Which beast? Thank you very much. Oh, you guys are staying up here, by the way. Yep. All right, so I want you guys to let that soak in. And now we're going to do a little visual here. Okay? Find my right song. Okay, so I want you guys to feel this inner beast and what it's done to your life. What has this inner beast said to you? That negative self-talk? Well, you're not good enough for this, right? They can do it, I can't do it. Not enough? Other people tell you that? You learn that from family, siblings, loved ones. Indecision. I'm not sure, right? What has this inner beast done to you? And how has it affected this goal? What I want you guys to do now is close your eyes. And I want you to feel the weight of this inner beast and what it's done to your life. What has it blocked you from? What has it made you not achieve? How has this hurt your life and moving in the direction that you want to move, to your fullest potential, your best potential, your purpose potential. And I want you to feel this as a dark blue light in your chest. And I want that to slowly accumulate over your entire body. From the chest to your arms, stomach, legs, head. And this is this inner beast running the show. This is the way that most of us live our lives, by allowing these inner beasts to take control. And with the weight of that, okay, we're not here to just feel the negative. We're here to turn this around into a positive. We're here to rewrite these feelings and emotions. And so what I want you guys to do with feeling that dark heaviness of this beast ruining your purpose and your goals is I want you to, out on the outside of the body, just find a natural gold glow. A gold glow surround your body, a bright light. And this bright light, this is the real you. This is the version of you you've been searching for. This is the version of you who's getting you to that goal. This is your best self, your healthiest self, your purpose self. And I want that light to now overcome the inside of your body and push aside that inner beast. And let your inner beast know that I got this now. This is me. This is what I'm here to do. And with that, I want you guys to now open up your eyes. And what we just did was a physical transformation, right? Physical. I didn't change anything. We're not going to go home and all of a sudden snap out of this, right? I didn't possess you or make anything happen on the outside. I gave you guys a physical attribute that you can always come back to when you start to feel overwhelmed by this beast. Just remember that glow, remember that inner self, that best self, and bring that back out. But what we are here to do is make massive action. And the way to do that is proof. Proof that you are who you say you are. Proof that you do what you say you're going to do. Proof to these inner beasts, because inner beasts, they live in uncertainty. Whenever you are uncertain about something, they speak their truths. So we're here to quiet those inner beasts. You don't rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the levels of your systems, meaning we have goals in place, right? But what systems are we following to reach those goals? Well, right now, the systems are out of whack. We're following the wrong system. So we need a system in place to keep these inner beasts tamed. With that, we need to take massive action and proof. So, the way that we do that, it's a 3-step system. Now, I'm only going to briefly cover this. My boy Chris here, who will be coming on next, is the guy that will talk deep into massive action. Actually doing something to control these inner beasts. So, first, create a vision. Well, we've already done that. Everybody has done that. I want happiness. Focus on me. Start a business. We've already created the vision. But the problem with visions is they are nothing but uncertain. There's no certainty in a vision. It's all the way over there. Man, I don't know if I could do that, right? How do I do that? Where do I go? Do I have the money? Do I have the time? Those are all uncertainties. Well, now these inner beasts are going to take over. So what we do, we create massive action with micro goals. Your vision should scare you. Your inner beast should speak up, afraid, uncontrolled, uncertain, and this is how we quiet them. I created a method called the stretch goal. The stretch goal method allows for certainty when all you're feeling is uncertainty. The inner beasts thrive in uncertainty. The further ahead you look, the louder they get. So what we do is we created the stretch goal. You look at your vision, you identify the next reachable step, and that's what we're going to have them do here today. A step that requires effort, but it's not overwhelming. A stretch. That's it. The vision's over there. I'm just looking right here. This is as far as I can go. I make that happen. Well, look it. Now I'm one step closer. These small wins, they start to accumulate and get you over the compound effect of time to your vision. Now, it's like you're on a trip, right? You're going to I'm going to Vegas, right? I don't think about every twist, turn, mountain that I got to climb in order to get to Vegas. No, I put it in my GPS. What does the GPS tell me to do? Turn left. Stretch goal. Turn left, right? That's it. Small wins accumulate to massive action. So we're going to have them do this here in just a second. After that, the next thing to do is we have to create habits. Habits is the action necessary to make the stretch goal actually stay consistent. Because you're only as good as your habits. That's it, your daily task that you do. And so this was mine when I started this. I highly recommend using a habit tracking app such as the Perfect Day app, and you just track things that are going to help you reach and sustain that goal. What you're going to do on the daily to help you reach that goal, the stretch goal, right? So for me, it was as simple as take a cold shower in the morning, 16 ounces of water, meditate, and sleep. Those are the only 4 I started with. Going to sleep at a certain time. Meditation, religiously to calm my mind. Water, making sure I was staying hydrated in the fitness world. And cold shower. This was my way of putting myself in an uncomfortable position to start my day. Because I knew life was going to throw uncomfortable situations at me. So if I started my day with it, I was prepared, I was ready. These were my 4. After a long period of time, this became my list. And this is what I want to challenge you guys to do. So what we're going to have our guests here do, our volunteers, is we're going to find out what their stretch goals are. I want 2 stretch goals for each of these sections and 3 habits that they can do on the daily. And I want you guys to help, okay? We're all going to do this together and face these inner beasts and quiet them down. So Shree, you want to start? Sure. All right. So Shree's is focus on me and my happiness instead of always focusing on others, right? So happiness for me, things that I want. Her beast, I'm not enough. I'm not enough because she's spreading herself so thin. She's pouring into everybody else's cup and never pouring into her own. You can't pour from an empty cup. It becomes dried out. And that's how she's feeling right now. Dried out. I'm not doing enough for me. So I want to create 2 stretch goals, okay, on the way to that path on how we can create that happiness for you. And so I'm going to have you, the audience, if you guys can help, and myself, come up with 2 ideas that give you that stretch. What are 2 things that you can do today to make an impact on that? How do we find happiness in today? What can you do?
I think doing stuff for myself, like going for a walk,
Perfect.
to the gym,
Perfect.
going for a hike, going getting a massage,
Perfect.
going getting my nails done,
Yes.
eating,
Pampering yourself. Yes.
And so,
And now tell me this. What does the inner beast tell you when you say those things?
you need to think about your husband, your kids, your team, your business.
Thank you.
You can't.
Not
You
enough
don't
time,
have time.
right? Not enough time, not enough energy. No, I got to pour to them. Your inner beast is speaking louder than your commitment to yourself. And so I want to start with 2 stretch goals that we can write down here on ways of getting yourself to start caring more for yourself. Love it. So we have going to the gym, getting my nails done. That's beautiful. I love that. I'm sure there's a lot of people in here, right? That I guess I wouldn't know, but that's pampering, right? That's taking care of yourself. It's doing things for yourself. It also makes you feel good about yourself, right? And that's the way to keep these inner beasts quiet. So the stretch goals for her is going to the gym and getting my nails done. Now, we want to create habits, daily habits. These are stretch goals. These are goals that we have in place. But what are daily habits that are going to get you to manage those? I want to come up with 3. Okay, what are 3 habits that you got that you can do daily to make these happen?
Have a schedule, so I go to the gym at least 2 to 3 times a week.
Perfect. So let's write that here. Let's say activity, 3 days a week. There's one. We need 2 more. What else, guys? Help me out here. Yep, perfect. Love that. Schedule. Yep, schedule your appointments. Yes, that's right. And not only that, guys, when you're on somebody else's schedule, you're more inclined to do something, right? So Shri, I've had the pleasure of training Shri for the last 6-7 months, and she shows up. She's on a schedule. She shows up for herself. It's become a habit for her, right? And again, that habit leads to her stretch goal. Her stretch goal leads to overcoming this beast. One more. Write it down. Write it down. Couples massage. Yeah, bring somebody else along with you. That's great. That's perfect. Thank you so much, Sri. Cece, come on up. All right. So we have starting a business and making more money. Who else here wants to make more money? Right? I think we all do. Yeah, we all want to make more money. Who here wants to start their own business? Yeah, a lot of less hands came up. I can tell you by experience, starting a business is tough. It's not only tough, it's uncertain. It's uncertain if you're going to get clients. It's uncertain if you're going to keep clients. It's uncertain if you're going to be able to pay your bills. It's very uncertain. So how do we create this to be more certain? We take a stretch goal. What's your first stretch goal? Something you could do today.
Figure out what business.
Figure out what business. I love it. Perfect. Write it down. Figure out a business. So figuring out a business, guys, the way that we figure that out is you find something, at least in my life, that you have either struggled with or you see other people struggling with, and you create a solution for that struggle. Struggling can be anything. I don't have the time. Well, you create a business that gives people their time back, right? I don't have the energy. Well, you create a business that gives people the energy. I don't have the education. You give people the education, right? So it's a very good stretch goal. One more.
Brainstorm.
Brainstorm? Okay. Brainstorm. Let's put it down. So now brainstorming, I love that as a stretch goal, but that also falls into the category of a habit. So one habit that I have for her that we should all probably be doing is journaling. Taking everything out of your mind and putting it on paper, brainstorming your ideas. One thing will lead to the next, which will lead to the next. So let's go ahead and put that also down as a habit. And then let's come up with 2 more. 2 more habits that we have that can not only get you to your business, but quiet the indecision. Networking. Great. I love it. Network. Making calls, talking to people. Network is everything in a business. I mean, Matt knows. Matt, owner of a business, networking is everything in a business. Your connections. You can't do a business, first off, by yourself. And if you do, you're not going to go far, right? The more people that you can bring into that network, the better. All right, let's get one more. One more habit that can start that business today. This is something that you're going to put into action today. What can we do? Love it. I love reading books. Let's go ahead and put that down. Reading books. Because, guys, the education's out there. People have done it already. People have been in your shoes. You're not the first one to start your business. I'm not the first one to open up a gym. There's other people out there who have done this before you. So reading, educating yourself through their experiences. That's great. What was that? Seminars, exactly. Yep. Coming to a seminar. I mean, me and Chris, guys, you are at the very first of many. You guys will be able to say you came to the very first one. Jamie, last one. Okay, so this one's deep, guys, and I know not a lot of people are vulnerable enough to put that up there, so I respect the hell out of her for coming up here and saying that, and I know there's so many people out here that feel that inside and maybe just didn't want to come up and put themselves in this position, but thank you so much for coming up with that. I want to be happy. Happiness. And the inner beast, negative self-talk, not good enough. I don't live up to my expectations. So what are 2 stretch goals that we can come up with to help you overcome the happiness?
Being kinder to myself.
I love it. Yes. Yes, that's it right there, because we want to put action behind it, right? Massive action, micro steps. Affirmations. I
That's
love
a
that.
habit.
Yes, you're right. So let's put what you put, and then we'll put that under a habit. Being kind. Guys, we're so hard on ourselves. We beat the hell out of ourselves with everything that we do. It's okay to congratulate yourself. It's okay to compliment yourself. We do it to everybody else, right? But never ourselves, right? We need one more stretch. What else we got, guys? Being kind to yourself.
This wouldn't be a stretch, but maybe a habit. Daily reminder of what has made you happy in the past.
It's great. I love it. Reflection, yes.
I like that.
Love that. Reflection can come in different ways. Reflection, meditation, sitting with yourself. It's uncomfortable at first, and then it becomes the most peaceful part of your day. It's, mhm.
The stretch could be meditation.
The stretch, so I would put meditation more so under the habit, yeah. But we need one more of each.
I think sometimes when I'm struggling with things, I think if a friend said that about themselves, how would that make me feel?
Mm-hmm.
And so, I don't know if that's reflection or just kind of turning the table a bit to say, well, no, that's not true about yourself. So
Absolutely.
how do I flip that around on myself?
Absolutely.
Say, would a friend say that about me or themselves, and how that makes me feel?
I couldn't agree with that more.
Yourself the way that others.
Yes.
Exactly.
Let's put that stretch goal. Start seeing myself the way that others see you. Oh my God, this is so prevalent, guys. Not to put anybody on blast. I just had a conversation last night with my mom, and that's what the conversation was about. Everybody was giving her all of this confirmation about who she is, and strong, independent, loves the attention to be around people and give people good vibes. And her response was, well, I don't always feel that way about myself. Well, same thing. Seeing myself for the way that other people see me. And now we need one more habit. One more habit.
Maybe give yourself a break from things like social media and anything
That's it.
that gets you to compare yourself to other people.
So the way I would put that, and I love that, is a way of eliminating distraction, right? Distraction from social media, distraction from, you see, you can't deal with your problem if you're only masking it with distraction. If I have the TV on whenever I should be doing some inner work, I'm not going to do the inner work. So eliminating distraction. And that can look as simple as this, guys. You don't have to eliminate all distraction. If you just tell yourself by 8 p.m. the TV's off. That's it, right? That's it. Just taking these little distractions and minimizing. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. Guys, give them a hand. Thank you guys very much. And so with this all, guys, this is something that I have studied in my life and have brought true to my life. And for the people, or for the person that's standing here today, that you guys all know, I was not always like this. I was hiding. I was fearful. I was insecure. I was not the person that you guys see today. Loud, obnoxious. I know that at least my clients probably think that about me, right? That was not always Aaron, okay? I went through this method myself, and I promise you it works if you challenge yourself and get uncomfortable with being comfortable. Now, everybody underneath you has a little stick and a Sharpie, okay? We're going to just do a little last finishing touch on this. I want you to pick that up. Need help, Dad? I got you.
Oh, thanks.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, thank you.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so I want you to write that beast on that stick. Whatever your beast was. Write it on the stick. Now, just to prove that I'm talking by example, I have done this myself, okay? So mine was before I brought in the beast within to life, but I've done this myself, okay? So we are going to write the beast on there, and I want to leave you guys with this last thing. And what I want to do is when I say the word unchained, I want you to snap the stick, okay? And this is just our way of saying that I'm not going to deal with this inner beast ruining my full potential anymore, okay? So, give me 1 second. All right. So we were all built for greatness and not designed to be tamed. We weren't put here to live life afraid or ashamed. But somewhere along the road, we listen to whispers of fear that says, I'm not good enough, or I'm supposed to settle here. We started to walk away from the fight, put out our own fire, dimmed our own light. But we forget, freedom's not found in a place, it's found in the courage that you choose to embrace. Because those shackles and chains around your mind were never made of steel. They're made of the stories that you chose to make real. Stories of fear, doubt, and pain, but today, we get to break those chains. You are not your scars, you are not your shame. You are the light that can't be contained. So when life tries to pull you back down again, because trust me, it will, just remember your strength and say amen. You are not your, wait. I fucked that. Yeah. Anyways, you were not put here to just survive. You were put here to conquer and thrive. So be bold, be real, be unafraid. Let the past live where it was made. The future is yours, no longer restrained. This is your time to live life unchained. Thank you, guys. So we're going to take just about a 10-minute break before we bring on my boy Chris Sanders. And he is going to do the next step here in just what it's like after the inner beasts are gone. What steps can you take? Massive action in the right direction on once these inner beasts are quiet, where we can go from there. So again, thank you guys very much. We're going to take a 10-minute break, and then we will be back on stage with Chris. Thank you, guys.